Hey everybody, this is Abong Eka, the Prince of Pricing and Prospecting, founder of Economics and the Economics Academy, CPA and certified professional coach, and best-selling author. There's a bunch of things that I've done. I can run the list, including being a professional basketball player, visiting countries that you would never, ever in your life set foot in. Let me be very clear about something. My ability to do all the things that I've done in my short freaking life is predicated on one, not listening to the advice of other people who haven't done anything, and two, not comparing myself where I am now to where people are in the future. I don't know their journey. So the whole purpose of this particular video is very simple. Is to remind you to stop comparing yourself to other people. Because what they're doing, you have no idea what they're doing. You have no idea when they're upset and crying and depressed in their bedroom, wanting to quit and end it all, mainly because they're not where they want to be. You have no idea. How fair is it for you to take a look at somebody else who's ascended their particular ladder and you compare yourself to where your ladder is and where it's placed? The way we are as human beings, this is the reason why we do this. The way we are as human beings is we compare ourselves to our peers, to others in our social circle, and others in other areas to see where we are, because we always are trying to look for a guidepost as to where we are, benchmarks to give our brains peace. Because again, our brains want to minimize time and effort, and as well as energy. The simple thing is this: if you're in a business, if you're in a career, in a relationship, whatever it is, the biggest mistake that a lot of these people are making in life and why they never attain what they want to obtain is because they're comparing themselves to somebody else. You're using unstable and false data. You have no idea. So the biggest thing that I always talk about is the importance of certainty and staying certain to what you're trying to do. When I got this best-selling book, when I got the book deal, it took me 2.5 to 3 years to actually get a book deal, to get a publisher who wanted to pay me money to write this book. I had no's from so many people. I look forward to getting no's. When I played professional basketball, I contacted a few hundred people via email, sending tapes, and everything else. And I made a decision to go after this. While everybody around me were looking for jobs, were graduating college and getting ready to go on with their careers in life, whatever they were doing, they were done with basketball. For me, I knew I had an opportunity to go further than this. And so here's the thing. I had a level of certainty where I ended up burning the boats. I didn't look at somebody else who wasn't as good as I was and think, how come they got there and I didn't? Because what ends up happening is when you start making excuses for where you are, and you start making excuses for why you're not where you want to be, you start justifying and creating an ecosystem of literally bullshit in your life. That's the plain and long and short of it. So, the main thing I want to leave with you is this. Have a level of certainty in what you're doing. Even if I've been wrong in what I've done and what I've tried, I was certain in that. Because then with certainty, I'm not going to make decisions from scarcity and from fear. The people in your life, people who are next to you, family, close friends, other people, they're going to give you advice based on what they think. A lot of times it's based on their fear, because the reality is they've never really gone through the fire like you have. They don't have the requisite experience. They haven't done anything. Why? Because they just haven't. Now, if they had done those things, they would be considered advisors. But because they don't have the experience, it's mainly opinions. So you have to maintain certainty, even if you are wrong in what you're doing. And too often, those who are stuck, who can't get through what they're trying to do, they're not 100% sure about the path they should be taking. So they try every single thing with minimal commitment. And if you have low commitment, you're not going to get up early in the morning to do the job. You're not going to get up and work out. You're not going to do the things you need to do in order to get to that next level. And then you'll look back and you'll tell yourself a freaking story as to why you're not there. So if you want to get anything out of this particular video, the main thing I'm going to leave with you is this. You have to have an established level of certainty, so certain that people think you're nuts, so certain that people want to second guess you and constantly give you advice. The second thing you need to do is you need to find other people who either support your level of certainty or who have the experience to tell you why you should add certain things or remove certain things from whatever path you're trying to take. The biggest mistake people make is they don't find the right mentors, they don't find the right people, they don't find the right information. They waste their time on unstable, useless data. They waste their time talking to people who haven't accomplished anything, and because of a certain relationship, whatever else, they believe that whatever they're saying is valid. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody here who does this, but I want to make it very clear. How many people, how many of you have been pushed off your path to mastery and greatness because you listen to somebody else tell you a story about what you're doing is actually wrong, and you find somebody else with less skills, less talent, less experience succeed and excel because they didn't have that particular person in their ear and they didn't lack the certainty of that particular path. You deserve better. And if you know better, you're going to do better. That's the reason why I'm doing this video for you today. Yeah.